Good half from our Chicago Bulls against the Washington Wizards. Vooch is cooking. And one of the things that we're seeing the Bulls do so far is that the Wizards are reacting to how hot Vooch is, and they are starting to call double teams, and they are passing the ball. Outside of a pass from DeMar that was just, and he forced a shot too. But the Bulls are looking to pass the ball when Vooch is being double in the last couple of minutes of that first half. We need to see if it's going to continue going into the second half, if Vooch can even continue being as hot as he is. And we got a Kobe White signing, y'all. Kobe White with 6 points. Overall, the bench is scoring very well. Patrick Williams with 3 points, Javonte Green with 6 points, Tristan Thompson with 4 points, and Kobe White with 7 points. The bench is scoring very well for how this bench usually scores. But outside of that, it's really all freaking Nikola Vucevic. Zach LaVine, not on the board with any points so far. If somebody told you that Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso, and DeMar DeRozan would all combine for 9 points in the first half, but the Bulls would be up 5 points by the end of that first half, you wouldn't have believed it. And the reason that's happened, and DeMar scored all 9 of those points. Zach has not gotten on the board. Alex Caruso has not gotten on the board. Ayo Dosunmu has two points. But because of the game that Nikola Vucevic is having, 9 of 13 for 20 points in the first half, this team is up by 5 points on the Washington Wizards, as well as, like I said, the contributions from the bench. The bench has also chipped in 20 points from the bench in the first half. We've gone games and several games in a row in which the Bulls bench has not scored 20 points damn near combined in some games. 20 points from the bench, 20 points from Nikola Vucevic, 9 points from DeMar DeRozan, 2 points for Ayo Dosunmu. That's it. We only have 7 players on the board overall, and because of that, because DeMar's only shot 2 for 12, Zach LaVine is 0 for 3 right now. The Bulls can very well, coming into this third quarter, if they all play well, blow this game up, and hopefully we see that. We deserve to see that from this team. But considering how everything's playing out, this team is doing great work right now. Great work, period. But let's go ahead and let's get into the comments from you guys. You guys know halftime hangouts are very short, so I like to go to you guys early in this one. Let's go ahead and get to this one. This one's from Brick Boy Forever. First of all, let me put on my glasses because I'm old. I bet any kind of money that Vooch ends with less than 27 points because they stopped feeding him. You know what? I can't even fight against that right now. Vooch has, let's keep an eye on this, right? Vooch has 13 overall shots. He's 9 for 13 so far in the first half. Let's see if Vooch ends up with, I would say Vooch ends up with 22 shots. It's been a good night, right? We'll see. Massive Bulls fans is back in the building with yo. What's up, Massive Bulls fan? Let's go ahead and get into I Am Scott says, why does a franchise player have 0 points at halftime? Honestly, because he's not forcing it. And that's not to excuse it, right? I'm not saying he should have hit at least 2 of the shots that he's taken so far. He should be on the board on some type of way. But Zach is not forcing it right now. Zach is getting the ball out of his hands when he needs to. This team, what we're seeing right now is that the Wizards came in expecting Zach to go off. Zach has then adjusted to not forcing. He's taken 3 shots. I would say at least one of those were definitely forced in a time where he should have went into a pick and roll with Nikola Vucevic. But outside of that, he's really getting the ball outside of his hands. Again, not to excuse it because he should have more than 0 points, but it is what it is there. K. Mitch says, Kobe seems to be awake and aware tonight. Yes. That on defense as well. He had that stretch where he guarded, I believe it was KCP, very well. So yeah, for sure. Boy, Io, Zach, and Alex got 2 points combined, and y'all don't want. Listen, y'all got to stop with this. Listen, bro, like the Kobe thing, just because he's 11-5, Kobe has been playing terribly. In what sense does it make to start somebody who literally in the minutes, and he's not like he hasn't been getting minutes, has not played well? It doesn't make any sense. Despite the record, you got to get off that, fam. Nick Tolliver, yo, Haize, how you doing, bro? I really like DeMar's capability to get to the line, but right now it feels like a coin flip. Some nights he gets to these calls, other nights he doesn't, just ends up being a bad miss. DeMar's absolutely forcing it this game. In a way which he is, they had that play. Patrick Williams was open in the corner. Now, Patrick Williams wasn't calling for it. He should have. Another play, Javonte Green had a lane. If DeMar would have made a pass, Javonte had a clear lane to the basket. So, yes, DeMar needs to be a more willing passer. I don't think anybody's ignoring that now. The calls that he was getting at the beginning of the season, he's not getting it. He's expecting to get it. The fact that Ish completely blocked his shit should have been a wake-up call that DeMar needs to pass the goddamn ball. So we'll see how they adjust to that. Shay says, y'all need to give Vooch that ball. Listen, give Vooch his goddamn respect, right? That's where we're sitting. Oh, shit. All right. Sorry. Got a text. Let's see what else we got from Corey Barnes. I don't know how I feel about this game. The bench is doing very well, but we had chances to start shutting the door, and we didn't capitalize. You're very right, and that may come back to bite the Bulls, especially they have their historically flat third quarter. So let's be on the lookout for that. D-Dub, odd first half, bench with 20 points, playing better than the starters aside from Vooch. Absolutely. Salute to Vooch and our defense. Absolutely true. Massive Bulls fan. Damn. Nick Tolliver, Voochie man is going to be very key to us getting these wins down the stretch of the season. C-Red, absolutely. We had a game earlier this season where the bench scored 2 points all game. Yes, it was wild. That was crazy. And then we had another game in which the Bulls scored. It was like we've had several games in which the Bulls overall scored less than 10 points in the game. So the fact that they got 20 in the first half is wild. Haize, I love P. Will's strong drive. I want more of it. Do you think it's hard for him to be more aggressive, playing with ball-dominant other players like DeMar and Zach? Well, the thing is, right, is that like they showed, and Stacey King called out great, is that also Pat Williams needed to call for the ball. What's happening is that this team is used to playing without Pat for one, and they're used to Pat being very passive on offense. Pat needs to call for the ball because when Pat, he's not shooting the ball well, but you can't shoot the ball well if you don't get into rhythm. Pat needs to call for the ball more, but they also need to look for him. So, yeah, I mean, it may be a thing. And like I said before, he's a 22-year-old player playing with DeMar DeRozan, he's been a veteran in this league for so long. Zach LaVine, your franchise player. Nikola Vucevic, Lonzo Ball when he's out there. And maybe he's just not comfortable calling for it. But Patrick Williams needs to realize, especially that corner three, if Patrick Williams can unlock the corner three, it makes this team so elite on offense. He needs to call for the damn ball. Frenchie says, I hope we learn to keep going to Vooch in the second half because we play better as a team when we do with more ball. Yes, and when we have a low post threat, it opens things up for the outside of players. So absolutely. Gio says, three-guard lineup with P. Will and Vooch looks good when played. I agree with that. I noticed last game that Vooch was never inside the paint. I have to go back and look at that myself. Haize, I know this isn't Bulls related, but did you see Giannis poster over Embiid? I have not. I have to go and look for that. Marvin the Motivator with, okay, Haize, third quarter. Let's see what Billy does. Absolutely. Not watching because I can't bear to listen to Washington's commentary. How we're looking. Well, hey, I have League Pass, so I get to listen to the Bulls commentary team. Thank God. But we're looking good. We're looking really good. Really good. Hot take. DeMar shot attempts per game needs to come down, bro. Get other guys in the game. I promise we make a deep playoff run. Hey, I can't. Early in the season, I probably would have fought against that. Late in the season, I completely agree with you. What is Todd Moore talking about? What? Oh, is that are you prove me wrong? Is that what you're saying? You changed your username or had you get locked out your account? I love Kobe, but he's had some Westbrook looking misses tonight. He's 3 for 6. He's 1 for 3 from three-pointer. Positive plus minus of +7. It's gonna happen with a streaky shooter. That's not to excuse it, right? That's just to identify it. Hopefully Kobe gets back in gear heading into the playoffs. Shay said, I told you. You also said come February, and then he had a good February and then completely fell off in March. So let's see how it shakes out. Producer HAC said, what up, Haize? I said it a few times. Put the ball in Io's hands and let him run it through Vooch. Through DeMar and Zach are off right now. This makes the game easier for everyone. Io's made some mistakes not in this game, but when he has been trusted lately. That's why Caruso is back in the starting lineup. But, overall, I think this team does need to run a more traditional, especially half-court offense to be more successful, especially when Lonzo comes back. I don't think Pat is scared. He's just playing his role. He likes to playing defense and takes pride in it, and he doesn't mind taking less shots when we really need those shots with focus on Debo and Z. Yeah, I don't think it's a scare thing, and that's why I more so use the word aggressive when it comes to Pat Williams. I don't use afraid because I don't think Pat is afraid. I think he is just trying to play a role. I think he may be afraid. See, I just said afraid. So maybe I do say afraid more than I think. I think he doesn't want to step on toes sometimes, and maybe he's really trying to figure out his role on this team. But once Patrick Williams understands his role and no longer hesitates to call for the ball, I think it's going to unlock a lot with Patrick Williams. Game like this, Patrick Williams must get more minutes. I hope so. 12 minutes in the first half from Patrick Williams for a player that only played 14 minutes in the or 13 minutes in the last game. Absolutely. It looks like we're on track for Patrick Williams getting more minutes in this game for sure. The one game I don't understand how we're winning by Nikola Vucevic and the bench, right? That's really what it comes down to. Hey, sometimes I get Kawhi Leonard vibes from P. Will, and sometimes I worry he may not live up to his potential. It's easy to forget that he's only 20 years old. One thing that I'm going to do on tomorrow's video is talk about what we're seeing from Patrick Williams. And I'm glad that he's been a little bit more aggressive in this game. But, you know, it is easy to forget he's only 20 years old. It's easy to forget it's only his second season on top of that. And the second season, he's missed 90% of it through injury. It's easy sometimes to think and see the potential in a player and think, hey, let's get to that as soon as possible. But not every player hits their potential, even in their first 3 years. It may be that keep in mind, Patrick Williams, 5 years into his career, is only 23 years old. 23. When he hits the 5-year mark, his fifth season in the NBA, he'd be coming into that season 23 years old. He's still going to be younger than some rookies or the same age as some rookies. So yeah, it's easy to forget just how young Patrick Williams is and how much room he still has left to grow even outside his initial rookie deal. Patrick Williams is absolutely going to be one of those players that people say, hey, I was down on him. I didn't think he was going to develop. But God, year 5, year 6, God damn it, do we have a player on our hands? Be on the lookout for that. Let's see what else we got. Evan Mandrell, OG here. I low-key miss P. Will in the starting lineup. Hey, I think a lot of Bulls fans agree with you. Pat and Roy have similar comparisons at the draft. I hope they end up being a good battle each other matchups for year to come. Yeah. And Scotty Barnes over in Toronto as well. Oh, what's wrong with proving me wrong? I mean, me and him have had our debates, but, you know, I mean, it happens. Haize, you never said we were winning because of Vooch and the bench. I did say that. What are you talking about? I did say that. Press a little more on defense and move around and get open shots. We'll have the game in the bag. Listen, if Zach can get going like Zach has been in the last couple of games, absolutely. Damn, the game's back on already? It doesn't even feel like we've been here that long. I guess 13 minutes. That's about the typical time for a halftime hangout. I'm going to end this one on this question from Kappa the Great. Why do I feel the Bulls will do a bunch of fuck and lose this game? Let's hope not, brother. Let's hope not. But that's it for me in this halftime hangout. Be here after the game for the post-game live stream. Make sure you're following the podcast at Bull Central Pod. Hit that like and subscribe button before you head out. If you're not subscribed and didn't already like the video, I'll see you guys after the game. Love y'all. Peace.